Hi, I'm Wesley Rocha, President, CEO of LinkU, and welcome to our 2017 edition of LinkU TV. And right now we're just getting the new year started off, and what I thought I would do is put together a video to really talk about what items and what strategies that you should be focusing on for this year. Because there's a lot of information out there. There's probably 100 different things you could be doing, from Facebook to Twitter to blogging and SEO and everything else that you could think of. But if you really just had to choose one, or 5 or 3 or whatever, which ones would they be? And that's kind of what I want to talk about. So you can look at what do you currently have done and what do you not have done. And if you don't have these items done, then this should be priority for this year for you. So that's what I'm going to go over. That's the 2017 digital marketing strategy. So first things first is thinking about how you can integrate a marketing system into your business. And these are things that, not only that you should be doing this year, but these are things that we also are working on improving for ourselves and our company this year. So anything I'm giving you as far as information and help is the same thing we're doing. All right, so, and anything we're recommending to our existing marketing clients as well. So anyway, back to this marketing system. Think beyond just getting the lead. Think beyond just the website. Think about an overall strategy. What happens when you get a lead? Surprisingly, a lot of agents that we talk to, a lot of agents and brokers actually that we work with, when they get a lead from whether it be online or social or Facebook, there's no real process for handling that lead. So they might reach out to them initially, but there's not maybe a CRM process, there's no follow-up, or there's just nothing strategic. It's kind of like it comes into their Outlook or their email and they respond and they might set a reminder, or they kind of try and keep track of it through their head. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't use CRMs. Hopefully you're not one of them, but if you are, that's something you might want to get into your business and start using. So really just think about how a website, though, is just a piece of it. Anything, whether it be a Facebook ad or a page or a website or a blog, wherever you have going on, these are just kind of pieces to your overall marketing strategy. So you really want to think about, if you have all these different channels of leads or traffic coming in, what happens once they kind of enter your funnel? What happens next? What takes that traffic, turns them into a contact or a lead, and then once they're contacted lead, there should be a process overall that turns them into clients. So that's the first thing I want you to start thinking about for 2017 is kind of think about that overall marketing system, all right? Second is mobile. This is really big this year, and it's been big for the last couple years, but if you haven't got it done yet, then this is the year you need to absolutely get started and get it done. Nearly half of all emails that are opened on a mobile phone. So you don't want to be missing out on people reading your emails and your email is not formatted correctly, where it's very hard to read, all right? So you want to keep that in mind. Another thing you want to do is check your website in Google's mobile website tests. So as you can see, it's very easy. You just type in your web address. In this case, I'm going to use linkupagesdemo.com. And then it's going to kind of scan your site or do whatever it needs to do on this page, and it'll tell you whether that page specifically is mobile friendly. So as you can see, it's very easy, and now you can see the result that this specific website is mobile friendly. But again, you have to do it kind of page by page to see how those work. Now there are 2 types of mobile websites that are the most popular used right now in this industry, or for any industry really, and that's responsive, and that is the mobile specific type website. So one of them, a responsive site, kind of adjusts based off the browser. So if you're on a phone like this, it's going to adjust. If you're on a tablet, I pull out a tablet, okay, and it's going to adjust to the screen of the tablet. Or if you're on a desktop computer, it will adjust to that screen. It just kind of goes by widths. It's fluid. It's kind of a fluid type design. Another type of website or mobile site would be you go to it and it detects whether you're on a mobile phone or whatnot, and then it directs you to a kind of a mobile version of the website. Both are great, both work wonderfully. Responsive is probably becoming, or has been, kind of the choice or the more popular, but it really kind of depends on your situation, which one makes sense for you. And then a lot of people might ask, well, what about a mobile app? Should I do that? Should I get a mobile app? I would say not right now, unless you're prepared to market the heck out of that and spend a lot of time and budget marketing it to get people to download it and install it on their phone. I wouldn't worry about that quite yet. I would really focus on getting the website fully responsive or mobile optimized at the least. And the reason for this is because conversion rates and mobile usage and all that stuff is all going up. So if you have people on your mobile phone, people are more likely now to fill out forms and do things on their phone, whereas maybe last year or 2 years ago, they were less likely to do that. Not long, giant forms, but simple, straightforward ones. And on top of that, Google's actually begun rolling out a mobile-first index. And what that means is Google's going to be basically, right now they have kind of two separate indexes where they have desktop and then they have mobile. And they're going to be combining those into one, but it's going to be mobile first. So it's going to be really looking at the content of your website. And those sites that are mobile optimized and friendly are going to kind of have an edge on those that are not. Right now, it's really all about preparing. And what we recommend right now is to just start the transition period now so that you're not waiting till it's too late. So if you start now, the beginning of 2017, hopefully by the end of 2017 or sooner, it will be done. It just kind of depends how much content you have and what work there is for you to do for your mobile presence. If your page isn't mobile friendly, do talk to us, talk to one of our representatives here at LinkU. We'd be more than happy to help you come up with a plan to transition everything over. All right. Next section, and the next strategy I'd like to discuss with you for 2017 are Facebook ads. If you're not already using Facebook ads in some way, shape, or form, then this will be the year that you're going to want to start at least getting putting your toe in the water, should I say, kind of getting a feel for it. And I'm not really just referring to boosted posts. I know a lot of you are familiar with boosting posts. Facebook makes that very easy for everyone to do. And if you haven't done that yet, that might be a good place to start. But what I'm talking about is real Facebook ads using many of the different objectives that they have. Now, there's just a handful that you would actually use, and we'll cover this in more depth in some of the future episodes of LinkU TV. We also have tons of resources available now as Link University members and all that stuff. But really what I want to tell you is if you're not already advertising beside boosted post, but you're really using the other types of ads that Facebook offers, then this is going to be the year that I recommend you get in there and start getting those ads going. And you want to think about doing this because as more and more people get into it, it's going to be tougher, the competition is going to be higher, the prices are going to be higher, and all that stuff. So really you want to just think about getting this done, and don't put it off any longer. Okay. Next thing is think about also, when you are using Facebook ads, it is about kind of taking that offline farming strategy and moving it online. And I'm not saying to stop whatever offline stuff you have going. What I'm saying is to kind of expand your horizon and expand your opportunities by moving some of that budget onto Facebook. Another really key strategy for 2017 that I really urge everyone to get into if you haven't already yet is retargeting, also known as remarketing. And this involves just placing a little pixel or a little snippet of code onto any website that you may have so that you can basically build an audience of these people. All the people who visit your website can be an audience that you can advertise to specifically in the future using both Facebook and Google. We have a LinkU TV episode where we discuss the pixel and what is it and how does it work. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. We talk about it in more depth about how that pixel works and how to set up your retargeting. But if you don't have this set up on your website yet and you don't have this snippet of code on your website and you're not using it, then this is the year to get that done. Don't wait till the end of the year and keep putting it off. Get it done early so that you can start building that audience. And really what retargeting is, for those of you who may not be familiar with the term, is when someone visits your website, or other actions as well, but we'll just use website for example. Someone visits your website, you could basically put them into an audience so that on Facebook or even Google, you can target just the people who visit your audience or your website. You could target that audience and show them ads for whether it be your service or trying to get them to fill out a form, whatever it may be. That's where the creative part comes in. But you could show them ads on Facebook, on their timeline, in the right column, different things on Google as well. You can bid on search results to be at the top just for people who have maybe seen you before or seen something you've done before. You could put banner ads on like all the different top news websites and shopping websites and stuff like that, which you may have seen. You may have shopped for something, a pair of shoes or a camera or whatever it may be. And then you started seeing those ads everywhere you went, and that is retargeting. So it would really be a wise idea for you to take that idea that the big companies are using and all the other people are using in the industry and in the business and everything, and use that strategy for yourself, right? So that is another one that I definitely recommend putting on your list of things to do for 2017. We're almost done. I guys just got a couple more left of different marketing strategies that I really urge for you to do for 2017. And this next one is marketing automation, or a marketing automation system. So this kind of goes hand in hand with your overall, remember in the beginning I talked about thinking of your business and everything, or your online marketing more as kind of a system or an overall strategy. This kind of brings that together and really think about how you can automate that. Right? So that could be, having a CRM. And if you're not familiar with the term CRM, that's a client relation management, customer relationship management system. Those are CRM, what that stands for. And basically what that allows you to do is have all your leads in one place where you could, maybe set up some automation where they get an email reply or they get drip emails, like follow-up over a period of up to 2 years or 3 years or however long. You can do text messages in some cases where there's automatic text messages, even voicemails for some systems. This is all possible. So really think about how can you automate your follow-up systems, and what are you using now to do that? Or are you having to do everything manually? Because that takes a lot of time for you to try and follow up with everyone manually, and it takes away time that you could be trying to close deals. So you want to think about automating as much as you can, get some of that time back so you could spend that time instead of trying to figure out who you're supposed to follow up next or email or whatever the case may be. That's all happening, and you're just dealing with the constant flow of hot leads coming in and basically working on deals all the time. Another thing you want to think about automating is building out your reputation and your feedback online. So what's something that you could do to automate that process? And we have different articles and different TV episodes that we've done already to talk about some of these things. And if you want ideas, feel free to reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to help you figure some of this stuff out. But I don't have time to get into all the details for each of these systems. I'm just trying to get your mind kind of turning and thinking about, hey, yeah, that would make sense, and that is something I need to work on. So doesn't mean you have to get it all done in 2017, but I want you to, if you're already using automation, think about how to expand that. And if you're not using a CRM or any automation, then I want you to definitely not just think about it, but take action to start getting that in place. And the final one is video. Video's come a long way. It's getting more and more popular, if you haven't already noticed, with the growth of YouTube and all these different channels and social media, Facebook Live and everything else really going video. Periscope as well. So how can you involve or integrate video into your digital marketing strategy? You could think about maybe 360-degree video. That's something coming up as well. It's a little more advanced right now, but it's gaining popularity. And 360 video basically allows, let's say you may have seen it on your phone, where you can kind of turn your phone and see everything around you. that's really awesome technology coming. If you could use it now, you'd kind of stand out from people using regular video. But aside, even if you use regular video, it's better than not doing any video at all. So think about how can you use video maybe on your website. Is there a video that you could make of yourself, kind of like I'm making a video right now, to introduce, just a quick 2-minute or 1-minute video of your services, yourself, whatever you could do, and put it on your website, something like that. Or to describe maybe unique services or products or features, whatever that you offer, putting that into video. Because people, now that they have so much exposure to video, are reading less and less. So putting a bunch of content on your website might help search engines and stuff like that, but combining that with video could be very, very helpful. So you have, video on your website, video on your Facebook, you can do Facebook Live, you could do, maybe you're doing an open house and you could do a Facebook Live and go live and kind of tour the house, things like that. So be creative with different ways to use video. And then once you have that video, maybe you can upload that to your YouTube channel or something like that. All right, so that covers the 6 most important digital marketing strategies that I recommend you work on and get started and implement this year, 2017. In addition, this year we'll be covering a lot of topics really surrounded around these topics, from Facebook to video marketing and everything else you could think of in LinkU TV. So be sure to check back, make sure to subscribe if you're not already, or if you're a Link University member, then you will get the notifications. So check in with us, check out all the videos so that you could stay basically informed with everything going on. And also, we'd love to share with you all the tips and tricks and everything that we've learned as well, more in depth with all these strategies. So anyway, that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Thanks a lot.